Hey everybody, just want to share that I'm being blessed by humbling lessons these days. That sound is Juno. She's here out of frame. Also want to invite into the space vulnerability from me to you in this space, not necessarily an invitation unless you want to take it and make it one. Making a video to share some things about my life for fun by giving you visual aids, because the teacher in me. First thing first, this is a Buddha statue I've had for a long time, given to me by my brother and sister. If I remember correctly, they got it from an airport. But maybe I don't. Maybe my memory, it just does things. What next? Rose quartz. This one, given to me by a dear friend, it is representative of self-compassion. And what a gem this has been, because how much I've needed self-compassion over the years. It really helps when you're trying to deprogram your mind from the world of guilt and shame and fear and inferiority and superiority and all these illusions we have about ourselves, That self-compassion says, hey, I can be patient with myself. I'm allowed to slow down and be out of control or be afraid of something like you don't even understand. Dealing with this loneliness, it feels kind of new in my life, like to this degree. But what's different now in this phase of my life is that I'm able to process it. Like, I actually have the space and the muscle, spiritual inner work muscle, to say, it's okay. Oh my gosh, I feel sad. That's okay. Oh my gosh, I feel so lonely. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to feel lonely. You're allowed, oh yeah, let that feeling, and then I can kind of surround it with self-compassion. And I forgive and I say, I'm willing to see this differently, and here I offer this to be seen with your eyes. May I see this situation through your eyes. This is a ring referencing the kofia pattern. This is bracelet. There we go. Sorry, this is like a video screen. Oh my gosh, I could have just read it and been done with it. Whatever. Vulnerability, right? Not perfect. Oh my gosh, people had to wait. Look, if you're at this point in the game, we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. I don't know how I want to do videos, but I feel like I want it to be like kind of personal, like you're hanging out with me, So I gotta move it on. I have some items. Next one, this is a real lemon, dry lemon that I got from Palestine. That I got, it's like a tree that hangs over in my neighbor's family. So it's like not their tree technically, but it was there. I picked it and I put it in my checked baggage. And it made it back to America. Continuing on the theme here, because gotta be, and shifting back into healing. I don't know, crystals, whatever. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, just let it be a a curiosity or something. See what you can glean from it. Citron, and I forget. I'm like, I'm into stuff, but like my feelings of like I need to develop expertise is kind of low. I like stuff, but I like the bigger meaning. I like the bigger message. And the details and things, it's like, let me get through my day. That's my brain. I was gifted these two crystals from someone who was doing energy work on me, energy healing work. It was a Reiki session, I think. It was in Florida. I know, I've been everywhere. Not really. Gainesville. And I had been in a car wreck, like a T-bone to my passenger door. And wow, okay, I can't see. This story's coming up. That's wild. I've been like trying to ride this wave of what information is coming, like just, seeing with the words, and now I feel the flow. Okay, well, some of you in my life, you've heard this story. I don't know if you remember all the details, but it's just quite a story. I was going to a hot stones certification class, about to learn that modality. I was rehearsing All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. I was going to sing that for our graduation ceremony. Very beautiful Zen song if you haven't checked it out. And I think he might have 2 versions. Anyway, sorry, musician brain. I saw the light. It shifted from red to green, or so I think. I'm not 100% about the memory, but anyway, I remember a flash of white, and boom, I was out. I was dreaming. I remember standing in front of a panel in my dream of entities, and I was arguing with them. I was a little resistant. And then I woke up. All you need is love. Hope I don't get copyright or something for that. I don't know. That's what was playing on my phone. And I saw my windshield was shattered. I said, what? I heard a police officer at the window. What? Blood somewhere. What? It was wild, y'all. Ma'am, we're gonna have to use the jaws of life to get you out. I was like, okay. I think they kind of asked for consent or something, or just said okay. I was out of it. I was kind of like in shock. Long story short, he says, she says situation, and there were no traffic cams or whatever. It was just kind of an intense situation. 2 weeks before I was supposed to graduate and sing this song, y'all. All Things Must Pass. And I was like young too. I was like 21 or something. So, you're not a kid, but life is still like, whoa, sometimes. I was like, how could this person be dishonest about running this red light? And I started to feel angry at humanity. And I was in this session, healing session. I said to the school, do you guys have any resources available to me? And I had a session. And these were part of my session. And in that, I had one of the most powerful, like, physical, energetic body experiences, like a distinct, like, aware of a different layer of my field. You feel me? Like, my energy field. It was new. It was new and also deeply healing. I felt my body so grounded, my body so relaxed. And I saw image like of dragon and golden egg. Like a dragon with a golden egg. And protective energy. Very protective. And things It's like I was held for a moment by the universe after that trauma. And I learned to trust the universe more. I learned to trust the universe more. And having said that, this is one that I picked out at that same place that my rose quartz is from. And it fits so lovely over your heart like this. And this is, I forget the name of it, but in the little description it said, good for the heart in times of transition. And again, an offer, an invitation, some permission to be okay with your creation, to be okay with your living, to be okay with who you are and what you experience, how advanced or unadvanced you think you are compared to all these metrics and all these voices of division. I want to extend permission to receive as much light and well-being as you want, as you desire. We deserve our interconnectivity. We deserve our oneness, because that's what we are. We deserve to be ourselves. We deserve to be ourself. And it's through this lens, this individual perspective, this one part of the many, this one part of the whole, that I'm able to really let go and really offer myself to be of service to humanity and let myself be human in that process. This is the journey that we're on, and I'm one of all, one of many, one of infinite, one of all. We come to our journeys with these labels and these identities to give us the lessons, and we just transmute. It's the hardest work there is. It really is, but at the same time, it's the most rewarding. It's really the most rewarding to be committed to seeing myself as a child of light, therefore a descendant of light, therefore light. And last, this is a picture of me and my mama. Yeah. So, thank you for hanging out with me. I want to make regularly offerings to the world. Because I am the world, and I really want us to wake up. And I want us to be comfortable with being ourselves and looking how we look and sounding how we sound and knowing or not knowing what we do or don't. I work with children and I see people's like literal inner child, like before they turn into an adult, you know? And it's a trip, but it gives me continuous lessons and learning how to keep my heart open no matter what the situation. And I want that for everybody. I want justice on the level of form. I want equality and safety. The ability to thrive and the ability to share and channel and be ourselves and be different and be the same. And care or not care, but know that there's innocence at the foundation of our beings. The seeds of what we are is light. We can't escape it. We wouldn't exist if we didn't have this seed. There's no existence without light at the root. You might have to zoom out kind of far. But that's what it is. And I know I'm not the only one. I know even if people are struggling to find the meaning of their lessons. Some lessons are very tough on this planet, like very intense. And I just have to say, with what intensity you can experience the darkness is the intensity and more you can experience the light. Imagine you are going deep and you're experiencing the darkness, but it's so that you can be that deep and be clearing that deeply into the root of fear for the collective humanity and for yourself, for your loved ones, for you, for me, for us, for we, the one. And once you get down there, it can feel awful, but then you learn how to start using your muscles to let it go. And you take your time, you get the supports you need, you let the emotions come bit by bit by bit. Maybe you go slow, maybe you go fast, who cares? You're a being of light and you're doing the best you can no matter what. And you start to clear. And humble, these humbling lessons. I'll just end with a quick little confession or description of a situation today. And thank you again for listening. If you actually make it to the end of my videos, please let me know. I would be so fascinated, or at the least appreciative. Maybe just grateful. I don't know how I'm gonna be anyway. There was a cashier, okay? She seemed like maybe in her early 20s, she wasn't smiling. She had kind of you could feel like she has some stress going on in her face and her energy field and whatnot. I was trying to be peaceful, but I was a little spacey, a little loopy, kind of looking around, and she's like, "You could put your pin code in now," really loud, and I was like, it's funny to talk about it now, that's the thing. My space cadet self, but I didn't like how she talked to me. I didn't like it. Even though I had the voice in me, it was like, this is not personal, this is not personal, this is not personal, it's not about you. But then kind of like the teacher in me or something, some little authority figure in me, she's like, "Would you like a receipt?" And I was like, "No, thanks." I saw myself, I watched myself do it. I was like, I could rise above, no thanks, And as soon as I was walking away, I was like, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. I was just, and there was that voice that was like, "You're a bad person," and I was like, "Oh, no, hold on. Let me forgive, and no, it's okay. It's okay." And then thought about it a couple, and I was like, and then it hit me, if I am willing to look at this situation, I take responsibility and accountability for my part energetically. I do my forgiveness work. I can see, oh, you know what? We were teaching each other. And that's all that is. We were teaching each other. I don't know what lesson she's going to get from me, if she'll remember it, if she, whatever, whenever she have the skills, something, not my business. I bless her. I bless her and hope that she has a nice time. I don't know. Nice thing, something. What I learned from that situation is I am committed to seeing myself in everybody. And while that may be a little heady for me at my level of understanding, I can feel energetically the difference between putting up a wall versus extending a bridge. And I don't need to want to be friends with her or something like that, but energetically, I know better. I'm trying my best. Energetically, I know the difference between putting up a wall to someone with a judgment versus extending a bridge. And that goes for myself too. That goes for myself. If I witness a part of myself that's not behaving how, Gandhi would behave, it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to not get it perfect. You're allowed to be you. And that's what it is. And you let it go. And you think, I was able to let something else go. So I thank the world for serving me, and I serve the world. In everything that we're going through. Everything that we're going through. We're going through so much, and we're allowed to be human about it. Thank you.